This is Scarzig, and welcome back for more Duelyst. I've been away for a while, and as a lot of you who follow me on Twitter may already know, that I actually had to send my computer away to be repaired. So I finally got that all squared away, and luckily, while I was waiting for it to come back, I got my face cam set up, so it's really nice to see you guys finally. And I'm really excited to get right back into things, so let's go first by looking at the deck I'll be using today. I'm returning to Vanar for this video, and so we are running Fey Bloodwing, 2 Iraqi Headhunters, and these are pretty good actually. If you have a lot of opening gambits to synergize with them, of course, they're a shoo-in for Mechazor decks. But luckily with this, what I'm running today is going to have a lot of synergy with Headhunter. I'm only running 2 of them because they aren't too important. They're just an additional threat that I'll be able to bring up, hopefully. 3 Chromatic Cold because, oh my goodness, I need to make a separate video talking about the changes for that patch, but giving Vanar mana burn essentially is fantastic for the faction. I definitely can see this getting nerfed to maybe 3 mana for its effect and its usefulness, especially since Vanar already has Hailstone Prison and Mark of Solitude as a decent removal and a way to deal with threats in the 2 mana slot. But let's continue. 3 Crystal Cloakers, 3 Hailstone Prison, 3 Hearth Sisters, opening gambit, 3 Jaxi, 2 Mark of Solitude, 3 Primus Fist, more opening gambit, 3 Fenrir Warmaster. I've got 2 Snowpiercers, 2 Aspect of the Drake, 3 Emerald Rejuvenators, that's more opening gambit, 3 Razorbacks. As you can see, the Headhunters are actually very synergistic with the Vanar faction. And I've got a Silhouette Tracer here just to get out of scrapes or to close the gap with the Snowpiercers, of course. And that, again, is more opening gambits. I've got 2 Frosthorn Rhinos here. Excuse me, just 1 Frosthorn Rhino. I had 2. I swapped out one of them for Keeper of the Veil. Unfortunately, it's getting pretty hard to see my deck down here past the camera. But anyway, that's Frosthorn Rhino, Keeper of the Veil, and Aspect of the Mountains to finish off the deck. Keeper of the Veil is very good. I'm expecting it to get nerfed here pretty soon. There's been a lot of hate going about that card, and I'd like to talk about it at length at some point, but it's not as bad as I think people make it out to be, but it is still very, very strong.
Versus Abyssian.
Ooh, so we got a match here versus Abyssian. This most likely is going to be Burn Abyssian, which is very prominent on the ladder lately. That's what they've been reduced to pretty much. Luckily with this deck, it's very aggressive, and I have 3 Emerald Rejuvenator, so unless he gets a godlike draw, he's not going to have the advantage on me. And just quickly looping back to Keeper of the Veil, one of the reasons I think it's so strong is because the 5 mana slot in general is kind of weak. Usually 5 mana is reserved for board swings like Plasma Storm, Star's Fury, so honestly, Keeper of the Veil just sort of falls in with 5 mana board swing card. Ironcliff Golem is right up there with it as well. So I think that the effect might be it's more generally useful than those other cards because anything else in the 5 mana slot like Shadow Dancer or anything that doesn't give you an immediate effect or isn't going to get you out of a bind is just completely overshadowed by Keeper of the Veil. Alright, so this is a very defensive play by my opponent. He's not going to try to contest these mana tiles at all. He's probably going to make a play with the Azure Horn Shaman. Now the question is, do I want to infiltrate? Because I can move down, then move forward, and play 2, and then not get the infiltrate damage right away. So I think that that might be the best bet to sort of seal my dominance. I'm going to play the Fenrir Warmaster here, because it'll be able to tank all of them. And we'll get the Crystal Cloaker underneath. It's a bit of a safer position, and if he decides to move his minions over to get that mana tile, then I will be able to sort of flank around with the Crystal Cloaker. Yeah, so I'm forcing him completely back. Grasp of the Undying maybe. I've used, with Azure Horn Shaman, you can also go, what's it called? Ritual Banishing. Darkfire Sacrifice is the card. You can kill the Azure Horn Shaman with Darkfire Sacrifice. So he traded that into the Crystal Cloaker. Really good play by him. And so right now, I am going to have trouble taking out these guys. But they're only 2 cost, so we're just going to keep our advantage pushed. I'm thinking about how I want to play this. Because I can kill. Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll play the Frosthorn Rhino up here. And we will kill this guy. And get some damage off. So right now this is a very dominant board state for me with the Frosthorn Rhino. My opponent just hit 5 mana, so he can hit it with the Dark Transformation. Oh, Repulsor Beast. Very nice. That doesn't bother me any, because as soon as I draw a Hearth Sister, the Frosthorn Rhino is going to come right back into play. And the Fenrir War Master hasn't died yet, so he's going to be able to get a lot of value. Yeah, so right here we see the Shadow Creep coming out. I have a couple more turns before the Shadow Novas start dropping. This might be a sort of experimental, more late game oriented deck. See, and dropping Emerald Rejuvenator here isn't completely optimal. But, not really going to need Hailstone Prison. Yeah, so we'll just go, double Jaxi. Because I have such a dominant board presence, when the Jaxies die, no matter what corner they spawn in, I'll be able to still just start poking him. That play with the Azure Horn Shaman was very good, but unfortunately he couldn't follow it up with anything. But again, really great to be back, guys. Hope you're going to enjoy these new set of videos I got coming. And here comes the Abyssal Juggernaut. Okay, so this is definitely a Shadow Creep deck. So let's see what my opponent can do with that. One more turn before Shadow Nova start dropping. Ooh, there's the Hearth Sister. Okay, perfect. That's 4/4. Before we do that, then let's get rid of the Mark of Solitude. Don't need that. Razorback. So 4, 5, 6. Oh man, that's a really big turn. Is that GG? Hold the phone. No. I think I actually misplayed. I could have played the Razorback elsewhere. Oh, dang. I did my math wrong. That was it. Whew. So, this is very low on the ladder, by the way. I just got back. But man, that burst. Oh. Goodness. Hope I wasn't too loud there. I was... What a crazy draw. Frosthorn Rhino is really OP. I'm probably going to swap out Keeper of the Veil for another one. They were fighting for that slot. Like I was saying, 5 mana is kind of weak, but still a pretty competitive slot. Depending on your deck type. I think Keeper of the Veil beats out a lot of other stuff just because it's more situationally viable, like I said before. But Frosthorn Rhino, my goodness, did some work there with the Hearth Sister. Ugh. I might need to abuse that a bit more. Since Plasma Storm and a lot of that other junk got nerfed, I think since we're in a more minion-oriented meta, that's what it's shaping up to be at least. Since we're in a more minion-oriented meta, I think that we might be actually able to start relying on Vanar's early dominance to snowball into those larger minions that normally don't get played. Because Plasma Storm was just such a ridiculous threat. It was keeping down a lot of aggressive minion-based decks. So I'm honestly glad to see some change to the scene and have some of that come out of the woodwork. I know a lot of factions do suffer against that, which is why Abyssian is starting to run just aggro burn. Man, he could have played the Arclight Sentinel, and then killed the... Didn't have to take that damage, but I suppose when you're Lionar, you don't care about taking damage from anything. Now, I don't think I need Rejuvenator. Actually, I could attack and then play Rejuvenator. Or I could play the Snowpiercer and just kill this thing outright. So this sets him up to run away from me down to the lower mana tile. I'll get this next one to go up to 6, and then I can play Jaxi Razorback or something. Maybe even have some mana for a Chromatic Cold to take out whatever he might summon. Because Chromatic Cold hard counters Silverguard Knight. Oh my goodness. They're going to have to nerf that. They should not have given that to Vanar. Just before that change went through in the patch notes, I was actually going to suggest that Mana Burn be nerfed to 3 mana. Because Magmar just had such a dominant control and late game built into their faction cards that, and they, with all their removal and answers to things, they could just get there so easily. Alright, so he decided to just go full ham and challenge me. I think the correct play, honestly, would just be to take this out right now with the last charge. And then, actually, no, I can just Chromatic Cold it, right? 1/1, yeah, I can just Chromatic Cold that. So he did take that other mana from me, though, so... No, that lets me play Fenrir Warmaster, so that's a good play. Kill that thing. Drop the 5 mana here. Because Lionar does have a lot of healing, so just get that damage in when you can. Because once they start hitting that upper mid to late is when they start to scale, in my opinion. Like right here at 5 mana. Oh, is he going to play Keeper of the Veil and bring back a Light Chaser? Like right now, it's not too good of a play. Keeper of the Veil secretly is a more control-oriented card. He might be able to play Ironcliff Golem here to just delay me. Because I did waste that Chromatic Cold to take out that immediate threat, so that is a possibility. And there's the Silverguard Knight, so yeah. And he's just going full face on me. Rustcrawler. Ooh. See, he had my number. So 2/4/6. We can buff the crap out of this Fenrir Warmaster. Or, well, the better play would be Emerald Rejuvenator, I think. Actually, no, Razorback. Because I'm getting low. Razorback would buff the Fenrir Warmaster to kill the Silverguard Knight. Then I could run. And then play something to block. Yeah, that's the proper play. Because then the Fenrir Warmaster just revives. Move down. Play Jaxi. Alright. Perfect. Now that seemed like sort of a noob move I should have replaced first. Because if I got Hailstone Prison, I could have just played that to send the Silverguard Knight back. But I think it's a lot better to just kill the Silverguard Knight, because it's not... When you're playing Vanar, it's not such a huge threat. That Hailstone Prison's going to come in handy against a Ironcliff Golem or something like that. And he's just going full face with this Ghost Wolf. He must have some elixirs in his hand or something. And he's given me a ranged minion? Death Wish, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's GG. Well, he's got 6 mana and 5, so please heal. Tempest. Ooh. Never mind. Very good play. Rejuvenator. So I can get up to 8. And I don't want to send this back, so that was actually a really good play on his part. Crystal Cloaker. 5, 6, 7. I can get up to 8. So I could go 5, 6, 7. Actually, let's do the safe thing. Now, if I play the Crystal Cloaker here, he can run away from it, and then my Frosthorn Rhino gets less value. So what I'm going to do is play the Primus Fist to buff this Emerald Rejuvenator. And what that does is it incentivizes him to trade his Emerald Rejuvenator into this, instead of hitting me with it. So hopefully he'll take the bait. Oh, I have enough mana for a Crystal Cloaker. So that's a misplay on my part. I should have, well, actually, no. Because this is a better formation for the Crystal Cloaker, and it keeps him from running away. So, Primus Fist into Crystal Cloaker. Suboptimal overall, because I miss out on 1 damage here, but I think that this triangular formation keeps him contained a lot better. So, we'll see what he does. Because I have 2 Hailstone Prisons to deal with other threats. I just don't want him to heal 4 more HP with the Emerald Rejuvenator. Now that's a card that is going to need nerfed, especially now in this aggressive meta. Putting Emerald Rejuvenators in your deck allows you to heal and then sort of offset the cost of being aggressive in the first place, because you saw he was face tanking a lot of damage and Emerald Rejuvenator kind of let him undo how far behind he put himself by doing that. And plus, that's that 4 cost minion you see all the time. It's an auto-include almost. Most decks are going to run at least 1 or 2. Even decks that you wouldn't even imagine would need healing at all will run one just in case. So, okay, so he must have another Tempest. No, Arclight Sentinel. Yeah, okay, so he does have another Tempest. So he's running out of time. Is he going to hit me with that damage? See, he's down to 5. Sundrop. Okay. Emerald Rejuvenator kind of plays around Lionar's playstyle a bit more. So, that'll be even HP. Only need 1 of those. 5. Okay. We'll move up. Kill him. Even HP. Lionar can't burst you for 10 out of hand. Double Immolation? Triple Immolation? Anyway. We're going to play Ephemeral Warmaster to block, and then Frosthorn Rhino. Now, next turn, what he can do is Martyrdom, the Ephemeral Warmaster, and then run away from the Frosthorn Rhino. And then that puts me at 13, him at 10. He just runs away, so Iron Cliff maybe to block. Drop it here maybe, or here. Emerald Rejuvenator. Healing Lionar. So, this deck I like because it is very aggressive, but I added a few cards in there that sort of make it a mid-range, more sort of feel, so I can actually change gears to a more control setting. Because right now, because of all this healing, he's dragging it into a control late-game scenario, and I'm not sure what kind of cards he's packing for the late game. It seems just the mid-game shenanigans are really doing me in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's game. So I can send this back, buff with Razorback, and end. I think. Hang on. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I need to move down, so. Dang, I don't have enough to kill that. Well, I suppose I can just do this then. We'll do the trade. Oh! Wow, my math is so bad today, because I can just hit him. I'm not used to having that sort of power. I can just hit him with the Chromatic Cold, because it damages generals. That's so OP! They gave Vanar direct general damage! So anyway, we managed to fight him through all of that healing. Ugh. You know, and having this camera on is pretty cool, because I feel like I'm able to talk a bit more. Normally I'm always rattling on about like my plays and whatnot, but I'm talking about more overall strategy, and yeah, again, really excited to be back. Let's get this third match out of the way, and... Is this the same guy? I didn't even look at the name, my goodness. Okay, so I don't need that. Actually, might as well, because it's a curve. And I haven't drawn any Headhunter yet. Now he's got Headhunter, and I want to kill that because the, because them Emerald Rejuvenators are, like, really ridiculous. Should I give him that mana? No, we'll deny the mana, even though I can't use it. I'm going to keep these for my curve, and I'll play the Ephemeral War Master because it trades with Headhunter. It forces him to deal with this. So let's see what you got, bud. At 3 mana, Martyrdom is 3 mana, so he could... Okay, so he's not going to trade into it. He's just going to kite back Silverguard Knight to keep the Headhunter alive, because I want to kill that. If he starts playing the Rejuvenators, that's bad business. Rust Crawler. Yeah, so he's sort of trying to abuse that too, but Lion-R doesn't synergize as well, in my opinion. But yeah, creature-based meta. So I can direct trade into this, or yeah, so we will move you right into the thick of battle, and we will do this. Come at me, bro. That's kind of what I like about Snowpiercer. I don't use it to go in and go ham as much as I used to. I just equip it on my general and use it as a deterrent, because it's like, I'm going to tank this damage and trade 3 minions into me. Come on. Alright. So, attack the Jaxi and then Tempest. Might be a good play. Nope, he's just going to take that damage. Fine by me. If you hit me, I'll trade back, and then you're right in my face getting ready to eat this Snowpiercer damage. I've got Mark of Solitude to equip on the Mini Jax when that comes. Alright. And as you can see, he's come grouped right here in the middle, so the Mini Jax is doing me proud. He should have healed himself. That was must have been a misclick. Oh wait, no, he healed it from killing Jaxi. So either way, it was gonna die. So he should have healed himself there. But it doesn't matter which one I kill. So just kill you. Let you. Alright, and now for the, I would like to go, Primus Fist, Crystal Cloaker, so I get the Infiltrate, but that's suboptimal because of Primus Fist effect, so I'll go Crystal Cloaker, and, just end it there. I can save Primus Fist for next turn, even though this isn't infiltrated. If he retreats back to try to take out this Mini Jax, then Crystal Cloaker can chase after him and infiltrate. This kind of forces him actually to run straight down or down and away, I think. He's going to take this damage regardless. Next turn, 4, 9. Mini Jax can't attack generals, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But this gives me such dominant board control. Another thing with Vanar that I have done only once or twice is you can hit a minion that you've hit with the Mark of Solitude with Chromatic Cold, and they'll take 2 damage and get silenced, but that allows them, I said silenced, dispelled anyway, and that allows them to attack the general. It doesn't dispel the transformation, only the effect of it not being able to attack a general. So you can pull a 5/3 out in an emergency if you need to. It's really clutch. On Mini Jax it wouldn't be as good because you also lose ranged. But if he does try to move into melee range to take it out... Oh, he disconnected. I don't know if that was a true DC or if he sort of realized how much of a checkmate he was in. But we'll tip him 5 gold just because I think he might have legitimately disconnected, and that's really frustrating to lose chevrons for no reason like that when your internet's acting up. So... thank you for tuning in, guys, and right before I sign off, I do have a Spirit Orb, so cross your fingers for me. Bye. Bada boom. Come on. Macancer, War Beast, Four Winds Magi. Some abyssian stuff that I think I already have, but excellent. Alright. Thank you for tuning in once again. Happy to see you, and I'll see you next time. You have a good one.